All right, so today we're going to deep dive into something that I think is pretty interesting. Um,
Oh, yeah.
Platform golf.
Sounds intriguing.
Yeah, so you know how everyone's always talking about like how off-course golf,
Yeah.
just doesn't quite feel the same,
Oh, for sure. For sure, yeah.
especially like putting
Putting especially,
and
yeah.
like hitting from uneven lies.
Yeah, totally. Those are tough to replicate.
Oh, Platform Golf is a company that is, they say they're trying to change that.
Hmm. Interesting. So what are they doing that's different?
Well, we've got some excerpts from their website,
Okay.
and that's kind of what we're going to dive into today.
Okay, cool.
But their whole mission basically is to like replicate as closely as they can
Mm.
the feel of putting on like a tilting green or hitting from an uneven lie when you're not actually on the course.
Oh, wow. So like bringing the course experience off the course.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's a tough challenge.
Yeah. So I think for this deep dive, what we want to figure out is how are they doing this?
Yeah, how are they actually tackling this problem?
And why is it that like some pretty serious players and coaches are starting to pay attention to this?
Yeah, that's the interesting part. Like, what's got them hooked?
Right. So let's just dive into like what their core approach is.
Yeah.
What are these platform products all about?
Yeah, what are these things?
So from what I'm seeing on their website, like their big thing is these patented platform products.
No.
And they're designed specifically for accurate and playable putting practice
Mm-hmm.
and for recreating those like tricky uneven lies that you were talking about.
Okay, so it's not just like a flat mat you're standing on?
No, it's like,
There's more to it.
yeah, it's got some sort of like mechanics built into it.
Interesting.
And they're obviously like keeping the specifics kind of close to the vest.
Right, proprietary stuff.
But the idea is that it actually like simulates those little like shifts and slopes that you would get
Mm.
on a real green.
Huh, so it's not just like a static tilt, it's actually like
No.
dynamic in a way.
Yeah, it like reacts to you and like
Oh, wow, that's cool.
tries to like really mimic what it would feel like on the course.
That's impressive. Yeah.
Yeah, and then like how does this all fit in with the technology that like golfers are already using,
Oh, because everyone's got their launch monitors and all that stuff.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah, everyone's got their simulators, their swing analysis software. Like,
Yeah.
how does this all come together?
Yeah.
So it sounds like a big part of their thing is that they really emphasize integrating
Okay.
these like physical platforms
Mm-hmm.
with all of that existing golf technology.
Gotcha. So it's not like a standalone thing. It's meant to work with what you already have.
Yeah, exactly. Like they don't get super specific about like every single company they partner with or whatever,
Sure.
but it's like the idea is that it's this like connected experience
Okay.
where like the feedback you're getting from your tech
Right.
is like ethically aligned with the
Yeah.
realistic conditions that the platform is creating.
Oh, that's cool. So it's all like talking to each other.
Exactly. Yeah.
So you're getting like a really complete picture
Right.
of what's going on.
And they're not just selling like the platforms themselves, right?
Right.
They've got this whole concept of platform golf studios.
Oh, yeah. What are those all about?
So like imagine like you take all of this
Mm-hmm.
and you put it into like a dedicated space
Okay.
that's like custom designed.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like the platform is seamlessly integrated with like the best simulation tools
Wow.
and like data tracking and everything.
So it's like a whole training and performance hub.
Yes, exactly.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
So it sounds like this is pretty serious stuff. Like this
Yeah.
is geared towards like really serious players.
Well, that's what I was wondering. Like, is there any evidence that like
Right.
people are actually using this at like the pro level?
Yeah. Like, is it just a gimmick or is this legit?
Yeah, because it sounds pretty high tech.
Yeah.
But they actually say on their website that they're like the solution of choice
Oh, wow.
for like top NCAA college programs,
Bet.
PGA professionals and performance centers.
So like the big dogs are using it.
Yeah. So that to me says like, okay, they're doing something right.
Yeah, for sure. If those guys are buying in, it's got to be pretty good.
Yeah. And then they also mentioned some like pretty big names
Okay, who were they talking about?
in golf that are like on board with this whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like they mentioned Brad Faxon and Stephen Sweeney.
Oh, wow. Yeah, big names.
Yeah, and they call them like the stars behind the stars.
Oh, that's cool. So these are the coaches, the
Right.
guys who are training the top players. That's a pretty strong endorsement.
Yeah, so I mean,
These guys are like the best of the best.
they wouldn't be messing around with something
Right.
that they didn't think was like actually effective.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They're not going to waste their time with something that's not going to help their players.
Right, and it's not just like endorsements. They've got like a whole team
Oh, really?
of like instructors who are like recognized by Golf Digest and GOL magazine.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Even like PGA Teachers of the Year.
So they've got like serious expertise in-house as well.
Yeah.
Not just like the endorsements from the outside.
Right. So that to me says like,
Yeah.
this isn't just like some tech company that's like, oh, we think this will be cool for golf.
Right.
Like, they've got people who actually like know the game inside and out.
They understand what golfers
Yeah,
need.
that's huge.
And it looks like they're also trying to build like a whole community around this.
Oh, really? How so?
They have this thing where they're like, join our community
Okay.
for like exclusive content and updates and stuff.
Oh, that's smart. Yeah.
Really?
So it's not just like buy the product and you're on your own.
Exactly.
They're trying to build like a whole ecosystem around it.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool.
And for anyone listening who's interested in learning more,
Yeah.
they have a US HQ in New York
Okay.
and an EMA HQ in Dublin.
Wow. So they're international.
Yeah, they're going big.
That's cool.
And they're on Instagram and LinkedIn.
Nice. So they're easy to find. Yeah. So if you want to check them out, just search for Platform Golf.
Cool. I'll have to do that.
So I think the big question here is, with all of this like new technology and stuff,
Yeah.
especially like with replicating putting and uneven lies like we were talking about,
All right.
how is this going to change how players actually practice and develop their skills?
Yeah. Is this going to be like a game changer?
Right. And could it make like high-level training more accessible to like amateur players? Yeah.
Right. Because that kind of training is usually really expensive
Exactly.
and hard to find.
So it's definitely something to keep an eye on.
For sure. This is a really interesting development in the golf world.
Definitely.
I'm curious to see where it goes.
Me too.
I think this could have a big impact.
Yeah, I agree.
Thanks for diving into this with me.
Yeah, this was a cool one.
Yeah, really interesting company.
Definitely.
All right, well, I'm going to go check out their Instagram now.
Sounds good. I'll talk to you later.
See ya.
Bye.